dear Hollywood, film industry, world of film industry, the Hollywoods of everywhere else in the world. Thank you for making. I said it in here, but I just want you to hear it. If you are in the car or whatever, and you don't, you can listen to some of my thoughts of appreciation as being one of the TV generation who can who has so much grasp of morality and hope and love and goodness and badness and everything that the previous generation got through the printing press. And that's how the world has globally shared everything. We've shared everything, and thanks to commitments of people who sacrifice self for a better world, I give praise to anyone in the film industry. Very difficult industry, very struggle, very hard. Only a few get through the doors to whatever self-created pedestals you have of which to feel better about life, which is great. Feel better, enjoy yourselves. Everyone has their whatever. And I am now a parent of life. I have a little beautiful piece of life, right? And I want her world to improve. And I know it's what all of us want. I want her I will make her world wonderful within. But her world, its world, whatever you want to define it as, I love it. That's it. End of story. Whatever it is, I love it. And I think I find myself completing a circle of life at a certain point. Now, hopefully not too soon, because, or, death and taxes. Thank you. The mind. Thank you for the actors. Thank you for everyone that made the movie Meet Joe Black. Right? Things like that. Like you, and there's so many. There's so many. And we're now in a state of being as a species where I think that recognized shared something can be seen as a species, possibly from a connection via now a World Wide Web that was supposed to make us better. But anyway, these are my thoughts. That's it. Look here, God, the whole intention for here, I am being manic right now. I apologize, right? I might be being a little manic because I have love in my life. Who wouldn't be manic? It seems that everyone around me is asking me to be quiet and saying, maybe you should see somebody, take some medications. Why are you freaking out? I'm not freaking out. I'm just trying to get this out because I believe I think we're at a time in our species to recognize the codependency of ourselves and become a species like all the others that doesn't self-harm to any unnatural for the betterment of the future way, right? And now that we have all this technology and this ability to communicate, right? I think I've heard over time, my wife and I have a pretty good relationship. We have our problems, blah, blah, blah. Wife, husband, whatever the heck you got, whatever. Someone you love, right? Someone you love enough to say, yeah, let's chillax. Let's chillax a little bit and just, I'm asking Hollywood. Now it went from just a thank you to a request. God, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to do this. I'm not trying to finagle anything. I also want more for mine. I wish I was in a better situation. But I have some ideas. I have some things, some thoughts for the next step of humanity, right? To look forward to that Hollywood could give us, Hollywood could present to us, and make a whole new category of filming called hope movies or real movies with gravitas that might call themselves the future, but we see in it the humanity we need today. Just like thank you, Captain Kirk. Starting with Gene Roddenberry, respect, and whatever I've been forced to learn via the want to be better, the want to do more for life, instinctively since a child, and from the fortune of whatever the, I could keep going on and on and on. But my question is, what if this video, what if, holy moly, what if this video itself just got shared? These are some previous ideas I've had, right? And I'm asking people who have it and have a grasp, have it within their fingertips, to do anything for humanity, anything, let alone more than what you've already done, right? And that's shared humanity with human beings, right? With the Homo erectus as we could possibly be right now, compared to the next stage we can get to, when we finally use the same reason we've built walls and separations and believe differently, for the same reason all of us have, and that's love. And that's love. And I finally, at 45, I got it. I came into contact with it. In a sense, that when yesterday, it was yesterday morning, I had thoughts like this and plans for these things, and I've been having them over time. I'm asking you, am I crazy, or am I just hopeful like you and struggling within to get it out, right? I ask humanity, I ask anyone, even just sharing these messages, this message itself, if it never gets any better for my world and my life, I'm fine. I count my chickens. Wherever I am in the world, the fact that I'm a living being, sentient self, thank you, data, I could go on for hours. I'm asking someone to look at this of your own volition, right? With your own, I'm telling you, the easiest way to find something happy is just have no premise to it. Just read it. Just read the thing. And if you're someone with hope and a go-getter, I'm sure there's premise no matter what you try to blank your mind on, and that's great. You're not a victim of life, you're a go-getter in life. And at this point in the world, that's what differentiates our species beings, right? Our go-getters versus victims. And everybody in the middle has to find ways to save that which they love first, whilst still wanting a better world for everybody, of course, because everybody surrounds that which we love, our future. Blah, blah, blah. Except for all those wonderful disaster movies that make the point. We're just repeating. I'm repeating all this. Independence Day or whatever world catastrophe, core of the earth thing, whatever silly fun movies about crazy ideas of science. And we're also living in a world that's just extremities. It's either 100% one way or 100% the other. It's just we're growing up in only win-lose and a black and white, and it's so far the media not in a media. See, that's hard, because now I don't mean to insult anybody, because I respect everyone for taking their inner self or their dream of life or their hope, and they have committed themselves to something that really is possibly just part of this giant puzzle that betters all of us now that this is our shared human thing. Why don't you just take the numbers? Well, let's find what makes us one. Right, let's make more ones as possible. What's the population of the world that has access to entertainment, that has access to internet, and just shares this video? This video now, this one, just share it, like it. I'm sure there's some giant, beautiful boob tube somewhere with storage in it that's storing all this crap. Right, some warp. So what was that? One of the, I forget the name of the movie. God, what a great movie, right? The whole tic-tac-toe was the answer. Well, it is. And the funny thing is, the irony of that, thank you to, God, I forget the name of the movie, my apologies. And thank you for everyone in the universe, right, that had any sense of adding to the world. Look how much stuff we can teach our kids. Or we live in a world that supposedly is getting to an actual freedom where it's just okay to be you. And if you want to go in the mountains and live alone and have all the guns in the world, or you're someone who just likes hunting and just enjoys the respect of their freedom, or you're someone who enjoys the respect that, God, I wish the world was a little safer than it was now. Therefore guns wouldn't exist, and they wouldn't, if we could get rid of them, that would be great. But you know what? As we know, we still have to figure out what to do with our own shit. Dot, dot, dot. Question mark. Ball's in your court.